So are you thinking about moving to San Luis Obispo, California? Well, in this video, we're going to go to San Luis Obispo and I'm going to cover some of the pros and the cons about living in San Luis Obispo. Make sure that you hang in there till the very end because I've got one of the best kept secrets that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure you tap that icon and the bell icon and subscribe to the channel so you'll be the first to know when I post more information about moving to San Luis Obispo and the surrounding areas. My name is Bruce Carson. I'm with Keller Williams Realty Central Coast, and I get phone calls, text messages, and emails from people just like you every single day calling about moving to the San Luis Obispo area, and I absolutely love helping people out. So, like I said, we're heading to San Luis Obispo today. It doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. I'm here to help with the pros of San Luis Obispo. Clearly, the beautiful scenery and the weather is a number one huge topic here in the San Luis Obispo area. We get lots of sun and lots of warm weather pretty much throughout the year. So we have a great proximity to the Pacific Ocean. We have rolling hills going through the San Luis Obispo area and vineyards and everything else you can imagine. It's an amazing place to hike in this Mediterranean climate. And you can really go out and be outside and enjoy the outdoors year round because the weather is just phenomenal. So outdoor enthusiasts will absolutely enjoy the abundance of hiking trails, beaches, and parks in the area. In San Luis Obispo, we have a strong sense of community. When I go to San Luis Obispo, I don't feel intimidated. I don't feel like I'm going to run into problems. I'm always very comfortable there. And the people that I talk to seem to be happy. They're smiling. It's sunny. It's warm. And it's a very friendly, fun place to be. So that sense of community is just really nice. It's an ideal place to settle down. So the city regularly does host community events, farmers markets, and local festivities, and it fosters a strong sense of belonging. Educational opportunities. So we have a couple high schools here in San Luis Obispo, and of course, we're mostly known for the colleges. Cuesta College is a junior college. It's a 2-year school that is located near Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. Cal Poly is a state university, California State University, and it is a polytechnic school. So meaning it's a little bit different than the other state universities in that there's some more engineering and more technical architecture and other schools there within that Cal Poly campus. But the presence of the university, it also just contributes a vibrant and youthful energy to the town. When the students come back into town and school is in session, downtown area is always buzzing and bustling, and there's lots of people out and about and just enjoying the great weather. So it's really a lot of fun when the students are here because they just add some more energy and dynamic fun to San Luis Obispo. San Luis Obispo has a really low crime rate. As a matter of fact, it's consistently ranking as one of the safest cities in the state of California. With our low crime rate that appeals to families and retirees looking for a secure place to live. Okay, now we're downtown. Cultural and culinary scene. The city boasts consistently ranks up there with great thriving and arts and culture scene with galleries and theaters and live venues throughout the downtown area. San Luis Obispo also has a growing reputation for its farm-to-table dining options and local wineries. Our last pro that I'm going to cover today is the proximity to the major cities in the state of California. So obviously, if you're not from California, you probably have heard of our large cities, Los Angeles and San Francisco. So San Luis Obispo happens to drop right in between those two cities. It's about the same distance. If we drive to the north, we go to San Francisco, and drive to the south, we can go down to Los Angeles. Obviously, having access to these big cities gives access to a lot of other opportunities. So we have all the sporting events and all the professional sports we could handle. Then you can get into the large theaters and like Broadway shows, music, festivals, and concerts. That's all happening in the cities around us. And we can get to each city, San Francisco or LA, probably a 3 to 4 hour drive. Of course, that's going to fluctuate with traffic. But the point is, you can even do a day trip, go down to catch a Lakers game or a Giants game or whatever you like to do, and just get out there and enjoy the cities. San Luis Obispo, it's not all pros. Of course, there are going to be some cons. Anywhere you live, there's going to be some negative aspects of that town. Here in San Luis Obispo, I'd say number one, if we pulled a whole bunch of people, the biggest con for San Luis Obispo is going to be the high cost of living. It's a beautiful and desirable place at San Luis Obispo, but it does come with a price. The cost of living, especially housing, is significantly higher than the national average. This can be a challenge for those with a tighter budget. Okay, so kind of goes hand in hand with the high cost of living, but another con for living in San Luis Obispo is the limited job market. While the economy is stable, job opportunities, particularly in specialized fields, can be limited. So many residents work in education, healthcare, tourism, and some other just small little industries. So it does make it challenging to secure employment, and it does make it challenging to afford the high cost of living in San Luis Obispo. Number three con for San Luis Obispo, I'm going to put it up as the traffic and the parking situation. So when we get busy, like Thursday, late afternoon and evening for farmers market in downtown San Luis Obispo, it gets very, very busy. It can be very challenging to find parking. Parking is affordable. It's not really expensive there, but it is limited. So you might end up walking quite a distance to get to where you're going from your car. So parking is an issue, and then traffic. We're growing, and San Luis Obispo now has some commute times in the morning and in the evening, 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We have about a half hour to an hour of traffic going northbound, southbound on both the 227 and Highway 101. Next con about San Luis Obispo is limited entertainment options. So we do have we have theaters, we have the movies, we have the PAC at San Luis Obispo, which is the Performing Arts Center. So we do have entertainment, but it's just not like the big cities. So some people do complain it gets a little bit boring and they have a hard time entertaining themselves. This is really an outdoor enthusiast area, and people have fun doing outdoor stuff. If you're an indoor type of person, you might kind of run out of things to do around here and have to travel out to LA, San Francisco, and some of the outlying areas for entertainment. Number 5 con is tourism and crowds. So San Luis Obispo's charm attracts many tourists, especially during the summertime. When it's hot in the valleys, our neighboring valleys and around us, people come pouring into San Luis Obispo and the other areas around here to cool off, to enjoy some cool weather and escape the heat. But it does get busy. So while tourism boosts our local economy, it also can lead to crowded attractions and higher prices for goods and services during peak seasons. And then the last one, this is the one you wanted to hang around for and wait for. Believe it or not, yes, California, San Luis Obispo does have some earthquake risk. Now, we haven't had a significant earthquake for a couple of decades now. And so we're kind of due for an earthquake. We're not necessarily right on a big fault like the San Andreas, like some other local towns and throughout California, but we are in an earthquake-threatened area, and we're going to have more earthquakes in the future. That's just part of living in California. Once we've lived here for very long and experienced some earthquakes, a lot of people just ride them out. They're just kind of used to it. I can't say that when the big one's coming, but we should be having a big earthquake coming up sometime soon. So that's just something to be aware of. That's our last con for San Luis Obispo. Anyway, if there's anything else that you'd like to learn about San Luis Obispo, the surrounding areas, moving here, buying a house, selling a house, anything that I can do to help, that is what I do. Again, my name is Bruce Carson with Keller Williams Realty, Central Coast. Call, text, or email me anytime. I'm here to help.